I still hear the sirens. They echo through my skull long after they've stopped, long after the flashing red lights fade into the damp night. My hands tremble as I grip the steering wheel, following the ambulance toward the crash site. The rain blurs the road into a smear of gray and crimson, and the wipers fight uselessly against the downpour. They said on the phone it wasn't fatal. "She's alive," the officer told me. "Your wife's conscious. You should come right away." Live. Inches. Those words kept me breathing. Until I reached the wreck. The car sat sideways against a bent streetlight, steam hissing from the hood. Her blue sedan, our family car, looked like a crushed can, one door peeled open like a broken rib. The metallic smell of burnt rubber and coolant filled the air. I ran before the paramedics could stop me. "Sarah!" I shouted, my shoes splashing through puddles. Her name tore from my throat like something raw and desperate. They were loading her onto a stretcher, her hair soaked and tangled, blood streaked across her cheek. But she was breathing. Her lips moved. And that was when I saw it. Not her injuries. Not the crumpled metal. Passenger seat. A man's jacket. It wasn't mine. "Sir, please stand back," someone called, but I couldn't. I yanked the passenger door open, my pulse hammering so hard I could barely hear. The interior light flickered, revealing the chaos inside. Airbags deflated, broken glass glittering on the seats like ice. A phone buzzed beneath the jacket. Not Sarah's. Different case, different model. I picked it up, my heart in my throat. The lock screen flashed a photo, Sarah, laughing. Her face pressed close to another man's. The name on the notifications. Love. My stomach turned cold. She told me she was working late. At the hospital, they said she had a concussion and a few broken ribs. Stable condition. I sat outside her room, the smell of antiseptic burning my nose, my hands clenched into fists so tight they hurt. Every time a nurse passed, I looked up, half expecting her to notice the storm inside me. But no one did. I replayed the image in my mind. Her smile in that photo. Not the polite smile she gave our neighbors or co-workers, but the one she used to give me when we first met. The one I thought was mine alone. When they finally let me in, she looked so small. Pale, fragile tubes running into her arm. Her eyes fluttered open when she heard me sit beside her. "Hey," she whispered. I couldn't speak. "You came." Her voice trembled. I was so scared. I wanted to say I was too, but the words stuck in my throat. Instead, I reached for her hand. Her fingers were cold. "Sarah," I began quietly. "Who was with you in the car?" Her lips parted, a flicker of confusion or guilt passing through her eyes. "What?" "The jacket," I said. "The phone. The picture." She closed her eyes. For a long moment, I thought she'd pretend not to hear. But when she opened them again, tears pooled at the corners. "I didn't mean for you to find out like this," she said. My heart cracked open. "So it's true." "It wasn't what you think," she whispered. "We were just talking. He was helping me." "Helping you how?" I snapped, my voice rising before I could stop it. The heart monitor beeped faster. "By keeping secrets. By calling you love." She turned her face away, tears slipping down her temple. "It wasn't supposed to happen." I sat there silent. The truth didn't hit like lightning. It came slowly, like a tide rising over my chest, suffocating me inch by inch. I thought of the last few months, her late nights, the sudden change in perfume, the way she'd flinch when I touched her phone. I told myself I was paranoid, that marriage just got quiet after a few years. But she hadn't grown distant. She'd grown careful. "Who is he?" I asked. She hesitated. "Daniel." Her coworker. The one she'd said was just a friend. Of course it was Daniel. She cried quietly, whispering apologies that felt like knives. I watched her chest rise and fall, the heart monitor steady again, and wondered how long she'd been lying to me with that same gentle rhythm. I didn't shout. Didn't throw anything. The calm was worse. Because in that silence, I realized something cruel. I wasn't just mourning her betrayal. I was mourning the version of her that never existed. The woman I thought I knew. The marriage I thought we built. The accident didn't destroy her secrets. It revealed them. When the nurse came in, I stepped outside. The hallway was quiet except for the hum of fluorescent lights. I pulled her phone from my pocket. She must have dropped it when they moved her. My fingers trembled as I unlocked it with her fingerprint. Messages filled the screen. Hundreds. I can't stop thinking about last night. You make me feel alive again. I wish I could tell him the truth. Each line chipped away at something inside me until I felt hollow. At the bottom of the chat, a final unread message from Daniel. I was driving behind you when you crashed. I'm so sorry. I'll tell him everything if I have to. Froze. He'd been there. Watching. Outside, the rain had stopped, but the street shimmered under the hospital lights. I looked down at her phone one last time before slipping it into the evidence bag beside the nurse's desk. When I returned to her room, she was asleep, peaceful, unaware that I'd read every word. I sat beside her, watching the steady rise and fall of her chest. Rest, I whispered. You'll need it. Because tomorrow, the police would come to take her full statement. And when they asked what caused the accident, she would have to explain why her lover was following her that night. And I'd be there to listen. Not as her husband. As a witness.